Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of A Mad World with Mad Marshman. And here we are at our fishing hut, and over there is our pumpkin pie farm. And the reason I'm saying this is I killed them both. I loaded this world up into snapshot 14W8C and everything in all the chests was gone away. And to start with, I thought, oh god, I made a terrible mistake. Then I thought, no, I can live with losing everything out of my chests. I can deal with that. But then I realised all the loot chests in the roguelike dungeon would be empty as well. And what is the point in having a dungeon with no loot? So I loaded it back up into 172 and everything was gone, so I had to make a decision and I went back to a backup. Now the backup I had was a month ago, so this wasn't built, the fishing hut wasn't built, and lots of caving and lots of other things hadn't been done. In fact, I was standing about 17,000 blocks away when I went to collect all the timber in that episode. So I came back, I built all this, the pumpkin pie farm and the fishing hut, back in about an hour, and other than that we're quite a long way behind because I've lost about a month's worth of play basically. But never mind, let that be a lesson to you. Back up and back up again. My most recent backup was a month old. So in that month, what did I do? Well, I'm now going to show you. This is not deep enough. This is level 1 of the dungeon. I lit up level 1, I lit up all of level 2 and part of level 3, which I've now redone. I've been farming wood like a lunatic. This is my path, because as you know I get lost. 3 torches in a row. What does this tell us? Skelly spawny, Skelly spawner. Dual Skelly spawner. Now I trapped this dual Skelly spawner. This was lovely, and this is gone. So today we are going to trap a dual Skelly spawner. First of all, I'm going to eat some potato. And also I realised that while you're doing this, every mob in the game will pathfind this area and will come and get us. So we need to lock ourselves in a little bit. Only a little bit, because we're going to be clearing most of this. Chests everywhere with lots of loot in, because I've just rushed round and lit this all up again. Like I said, I've lost nearly a month's worth of play. No one's fault but my own. So I'm going to clear out a large area here and then be back with you. This is about how much you get done with one iron pickaxe. So we're going to need a few, so this is why we've got our little setup going on down here. 6 iron blocks. We had over a stack of iron blocks before everything went wobbly. So we'll convert this wood we chopped out of the walls. This is quite handy for gathering resources down here. We're not going to make... Well, first of all we've got to convert our iron back to ingots. That will do. I don't want to make all that into picks. In fact, we'll give ourselves a safety buffer. Hit shift. So we got 5. I think we've got 4 levels, haven't we? Yep. So putting level 1 on each of these will make our work easier. Unbreaking 1 won't make it easier, but that'll last longer. Efficiency 1 will be quicker. Efficiency 1, unbreaking 1, that's nice for a level 1. And efficiency 1, so I'm happy with that. This one can go in here. I brought some charcoal, because we're going to be using lots of stone brick. So as we cut the stone out of the walls and convert it and it goes into cobblestone, we'll convert it back into stone so we can make stone bricks. So as you can see, I've gone 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks from the spawner, then there'll be a wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, then a wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, then a wall. And if it was a single spawner, I'd then go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a wall. But as it's a double spawner, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a wall. So I'm going to get this further on. Hopefully we'll have some materials to play with by then, and I will be back again. So here is our room with our wall, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks from the spawner in all directions. So this is the maximum spawning space for these two spawners. We have our wall all the way round, and we have our ceiling. Where is it? There is it, or is it here? 2 blocks above the spawner. And you can leave them blocks there because that stops skeletons spawning on top of the spawner. And I want to take that one out while I'm here. That's in the middle. You'll see why shortly. We've killed 2 of our picks, but we have got some levels from mine and coal, or not levels, XP. We're now getting some levels from cooking that. So we've got 2 more levels, which means we can enchant 2 more pickaxes, which we'll do now. Might as well while we're here. See what we get, because we've still got a lot of digging to do. This is a lot of work I lost here. Back up. I used to back up after every single episode, and I hadn't backed up after 2 episodes and done an awful lot of work. So here I have 3 glowstone. Let's get rid of some bits and pieces we don't really need. I want some more glowstone, I want some of that, I will want the sticks. Right, so we're going to make... Let's turn that all into glowstone. I don't think I need 10 glowstone lamps, but I'll have them, so I like using them anyway. I can hear a zombie, which is not surprising. We've been working in here for a little while now. 16 levers. So at the moment, our spawners are being withstrained by torches. That will not do, because if you've seen me trap a spawner before, I like to be able to switch it on and off in case I need to go in and do maintenance, or in case I just record an LP near the spawner and I don't want the sound of 200 mobs rattling away or moaning and groaning or whatever. So if you notice, these are all going exactly opposite the spawner. If this was one spawner, all you'd need is 1 lamp on each of the 4 sides, east, west, north and south. But as this is a double spawner, we need 1 more lamp, and this will be temporary because I'm going to have to get up there to access that switch, but this should do it. This is a bit brave because there's no need to remove all these torches at this early stage of the game, but I like to test it. We've got all iron armour and we've got a sharpness 3 sword, so we should be able to handle 2 Skelly spawners if we need to. Alright, they're spinning up. Sorry, I just hit the mic with my hand. And they're winding down again, I believe. So this should do it. Right, so now I'm going to take out all this stone, because I'm happy with this, because this is the original dungeon ceiling, or floor above, and I'm happy with that. I want it to all look like that. And this floor needs to go down 1, 2, and then be replaced with something that I like the look of. So yet again, I will go away and come back when I have done that. This is a huge amount of work later. This is all done in plain stone bricks. I'm sort of hoping with the water over it you won't notice too much. So as you can see, we're 2 blocks ceiling, 2 blocks below. We don't actually want these here because that is a spawning space. Lamps opposite the spawner wherever they can be, 1 in the middle. These ladders are not for the skellies, these are for me, because I've been going chop 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 chop. Ah! Like that quite a lot. If I end up down here I have to come out of here. This is the safety brick. So this is nearly done. There's only one other thing we need to do. At the moment light is getting in here everywhere. So we get stone slabs, and the seasoned Minecrafters amongst you will know, oh look, there's a way in, that if we do this all the way round, even though we can see in and light comes out, the inside of the spawning room will not be affected by the outside light. This is like a Minecraft lighting glitch. One of the many Minecraft glitches, but we can use this to our advantage. The advantage being we can actually monitor what is going on in our spawn room, which is nice. It's nice to see how things are going and making sure your builds are working efficiently, in case you want to redesign or just be smug at the fact that they are marvellous. So I don't think I'm going to bother time skipping this because we're pretty quick. Oh yeah, sorry, ladder goes up to central piece of glowstone lamp, so we can switch that on and off. We need access to that, and that spawned us a skeleton. So that is how efficient our trap is. You're just at the wrong height, fella. Oh, he's not a bad shot though, is he? Right, so that just goes to show we've only got to dip the light slightly. Surplus pantaloons of archery, projectile protection 2, unbreaking 1, and of course one of these spawners occasionally spawns custom mobs, so that's nice. Right, so this is 8 blocks across, 7 including the gap, and of course we all know that in Minecraft water can travel 8 blocks. So if I place one of these, it will run right to the edge and no further. We also know if we place a water block there, we will create a source block in the middle. So we will continue to do that. Place, take, place, take. This way you don't need hundreds of water buckets, just the 2. We create infinite stream as we go. Right, so we've done that. We'll fill both our buckets up again. Now we want one at... This is tricky, I'm going to fall in. I'm just going to go with the flow and fall in. We have a sign there to stop the water. And we have a sign here to stop the water. So I'm just going to take the mobs, the route the mobs have to take for now. Pop that back in case we have friends round for tea. Right, I'm going to go and fill my buckets up again, seeing this is infinite. Ladder. No, we don't want ladder. I want one there. Right. Marvellous. Let me out, please. Put that back. So now we just got to continue with our slabs. And this will be a dark room. You could wire all these redstone switches up to one switch quite easily, but I find that just takes up a load of room for how often you wish to do it. So, right, let's just turn 2 lights off there, and we got spawned straight away. I think that skeleton was buffed with speed. Well, let's just turn them all off just to show you that these half slabs are actually blocking all the light off from inside that room, even though we can clearly see right in there. There's only one light in the room up. Probably going to get shot off the ladder. No, that's amazing. Missed. Right, so that'll be pitch black in there now, believe it or not. There you go, look. Pitch black. They are not coming to visit us. Good. Right, so we know that works. So let's get all these lights back on, because we have more work to do as yet. I mean, that is a work and mob trap, but we really want them. We want our mobs a lot softer than they are. We want to be able to one punch hit them if they're not wearing armour. If they're wearing armour, it may take a little bit more, but not much. So let's I will use the sharpness 3 sword just for these few. Hello. I want to be in there really. But not drowning. I ain't got a sign on me, have I? I've got a ladder, that'll do. Just for now. Thank you. Just kill these. Oh, all sorts of custom loot. What are you doing? I'm hoping that they've stopped spawning now. Right, goody. Let me get rid of some of this junk. There won't be junk, we will have chests and chests of arrows and bows and custom armour and all sorts. It will be marvellous, the whole point of building it. Right, so we've now made that safe. Now, I've now got to work out how much room I want here. And what I'm going to do with them. Now, I think we're going to bring them up. We could bring them up here. We'll get that. We'll get some of our bricks and make some more. Block that off. Right. I need to... What do I need to do? Oh, yeah, get my signs. We're going to make a mob evator. I think I'm going to do most of this on camera. For those of you who have not seen a mob evator before, you are now going to see one. Right, we don't need any light in there. So we want the skeletons to come through now. So now this is dangerous. We want them to come through here. And then we want to put their heads in water to encourage them to swim up. So the way we do that is to place a sign there. Cracked. That's a bit expensive to be using for this job. Let's get some cheap materials for the infill. This is why it's important to have these lamps, because we can now safely work on this. Right, I want smooth stone as well. Trying to get organised here. Ah, wrong placement of sign. We want them to come in there. Wasn't wrong placement of sign, I need two. I need one there to stop the water flowing that way, and one there. Right. Oh, that's awesome. That's not going to work like a mob evator. Right, so now... Right, that'll put their heads in water. What I really should have done, which I'm now going to do, is break in here, get 1, 2 buckets of water, Did I manage to catch that half slab? I did. I got 43 anyway, so... Right. I think I just heard a slime back there, did you? Right, 1, 2, 3... Yeah, let's go all the way back, as you do. Only want to do a quickie, but end up doing it properly. Bam. And bam. Ah, idiot. It's okay, I'm still infinite. There we go. Infinite spring. Taters. Right, so we have the startings of a mob evator, so we need another sign. I'm sure you know how this works. You encourage them to swim upwards by drowning them. More water there. Now we need something else. And so it continues. So I'm going to do a little mob evator, and then we'll be back with you. Right, we are starting to look like we're getting somewhere now. So we've brought them out of the ground. Water sign, water sign. I've used white stained glass, partly for aesthetics, the way it looks, and secondly because you can see better than you can just with plain clear glass, you as the viewer. Right, so that last sign is going to make whatever water source block we put run this way, and we've got just too high for the skellies so they don't bob up and down. So we have our white glass to increase the length of the tunnel, and I don't know how far, I do know how far. I want to have a too wide archway for me to walk under, so I should have really sorted that out before I built that silly bridgeway. I know too wide is an even number, but I think 3 is just going to take up too much space. So we come down that high there, because I have a plan, and one there, and a half slab here, because this is where we're going to have access to our skeletons. And I want to put one for the skeletons to stand on, and then this is going to be the rest of the tube, like so. I don't know how high I can get. Right, I think I'm going to just put one of them in for now, just so I can fill this in. Perfect. Right. Ah, I will not be able to get out. Well, I will, I'll break my way out. That'll be fine. Yes. So, how high is that drop? 1, 2... 1, 2, 3... Oh, I didn't take any damage, did I? So hopefully neither will the skeletons. Now, we don't want them to drown, so we put a sign there. And hopefully if I put my water here, this should run all the way. It will. Let's put a little torch there so we can see their pain and misery. I think we can have smooth stone here. Tidy this all up inside so it looks nice. Right, what's the cheapest way out for me? A pane of glass and a half slab. I believe we have no silk touch yet, so we just lost that glass. Right, so there is our mob evator. So when we, hopefully when we switch these lights off, they're going to go up there, over our archway, drop in here. This will be their feet, so they won't be able to hurt us. Now we need to break some more stuff. Right. We have a dispenser and some other bits and pieces that we collected before. They didn't have to make any of this, we already had it all. I'm sure the dispenser probably came from the jungle temple. So we have a dispenser. This in fact is a waste as well, because that needs to be a solid block. And this needs to be a solid block, onto which we will have a redstone torch and a button. We then have a dispenser there on 4 ticks maximum, one there on 2 ticks. We want a hole here with a sticky piston in it and a block on it, some redstone dust and a bucket of lava. Now this should flick lava out briefly. There we go. And that should soften skeletons down to 1-hit kill if they're not wearing armor. If they're zombies, zombies are stronger. You have to drop zombies for 4 blocks to cause them a small amount of damage. So there we go, instant spawn. See what we've got. Is the mobavator working? Here they come. This one has got chain and iron armour on, so it will not make him a 1-punch hit. We really need a way of stopping them from coming through as well, but that's simple enough. Right, so he's in there. Give that a flick. He burns quite a lot. Come on, stop burning. I don't know how long it'll take to kill him because he's got chain armour, but 4 punches. Lots of punches. Yeah, I expect a stone sword would have done him, or a health potion. Right, I think they're 1 too high. We could... Well, if we just switch it off, they stop coming, or we could push a button. Let me have a think. I think I'm just going to put a piston there and push that glass block across. Modifications have been made, so let's give this a proper test. This is what I was here for. So we can get XP, arrows, and armour. There, bones. There is nothing worse in Minecraft than having to make your own arrows. Feathers are easy to get, because chickens are easy to automate and kill and cook and collect their feathers. Sticks are easy, but there's no other way to get flint than to hit gravel with a shovel, and that's just depressing. So our trap is lovely and dark. We're going to let a few of these build up. These are clearly custom mobs because they have armour, which could be a small problem. Maybe we should have dropped them from higher to give them some damage, but I've got potion of healing and a potion of healing instant health and instant health 2, both of which are easily capable of brewing, so we're going to see how much damage we can do with them. So we have the switch I put in place. Push that block of glass across and that will stop any more from coming in. Yep, so they'll just build up now. So that's fine. We'll have this test. Flick some lava on them. Instant health 1. I've got a feeling that's not going to be enough. Also want to test a stone sword, just to see what that will do to them. It's not always an exact science killing these things. Right, instant health 1. Bosh. That killed one of them. Here's a 1 hit, 1 hit, 1 hit, 1 hit, 1 hit. Right, come on down. That'll do. I love experimenting with mobs. Get that into you. We're going to need another chest soon, though, like now. We're going to need to build a whole chest room down here, basically. There's going to be so much free armour. Right, you can go there for now. Right, let's test these with instant health 2, which is a bit more expensive because it involves using glowstone. They all died apart from one. And what level are we at? Level 20 already? This is crazy. And I have no idea what armour that was. Protection 2, Unbreaking 2. I mean, look at this. This is crazy town already. Awesome. Look at them. Come on in. So this time we're just going to give them some stone sword treatment after the flambe. Flame them up. I could change the settings on the repeater to give them lava for longer. But I may well do that off camera because you don't want to see that. 2 hits. Yeah, I think these are 2 hits with a stone sword. Mind you, we could... we'll do that next. Right, go away. You've always got this option as well, you see. What we have to remember is iron is free to us because we have an iron golem farm. So instead of hitting mobs with a stone sword, bones and arrows, we can hit them with an iron sword. Come in. Come in. Bring your free stuff. Right. Stop. Flambe. Lovely. Slow this down a bit. Well, let's not, so I might go to level 30 off camera, just might as well, and enchant one of our picks we have. One of our diamond picks. Still need fortune and silk touch. Right, I don't really know how many of them I'm hitting at once, so do I? I think maybe instant health 2 or instant health is the answer, and then trim them up. Also, I can try increasing the lava. So anyway, this is Mad Marshman with another episode of the Mad World, and now we have free armour, bones, arrows and XP. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.